Hello, it's me again. Um, so guys, I just read my newest ebook, and the title of this book is Success with the Wrong Queen. It's written by Cassandra Dyers. Hmm. So to start, this book is really good. Like I would give the book 4 stars. The only reason why I give it 4 stars instead of five is because of the grammatical errors I found in the book, which I have compiled a list of those errors and informed the author, and so that she can go ahead and correct those errors if she wants to. But I also know that depending on where you are, geographically speaking, the language and slang is different. But other than that, the book is a really good book. The book talks about the fight between, I want to say, good and evil, because there's two females in the book, and one represents the strength of a man, and one represents the weakness of a man. We have this bitch China. Oh, I can't stand China. China is a real bitch. Like she's one of those females that makes you want to whoop the shit out of her ass, and she can't be a friend of mine because the way I feel is if you have a man like Trey and you don't appreciate that, and the most you can say to Trey is hire a maid, let a maid clean it up. The most you can say to Trey is, oh, well, you owe me, so I'm going to go ahead and order all this extra shit. That's a woman that's draining the life out of a good man. But then you have Aisha. Aisha's the type of woman who's like, oh, it's a mess in here. I'll help you clean it. Aisha's like, oh, you have a problem? I'll help you solve it. You understand? And so this book is pretty much chronicling the fight between good and evil. Because see, I'm gonna say good, not good and evil, but good and bad. A good woman and a bad woman. Because see, sometimes as women, we tend to only look at our side of the spectrum, and we feel like the victims. But sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes we're not the victim. Sometimes we're the one causing the pain. We're the ones who caused the mischief and the drama. And that's what China was to Trey. China was one of those women that would suck the life out of you. And I just would not want to have a friend like her in my life. There were certain parts of this book where I had in my head, I had China by the neck and was choking her ass out. And then Trey came along and was like, nah, we ain't gonna choke her out. We just gonna, okay, handle it like this. So I said, okay, I let her go. You understand? I let her go. I didn't choke her, I let her go. You understand? Um, the characters in this book are well developed. I love the way the author brought to life men who are still gentlemen. The men in this book, she made it to where they were raised by strong queens, which incorporates the title the title Success with the Wrong Queen. Because although China was a bitch, Trey still viewed her as a queen. He still treated her as the queen. That's why it's called Success with the Wrong Queen. Because sometimes we don't realize a person may be a good man or a good woman, but that don't mean they're good for you. And we don't understand that, and we're so quick to see a person being a good man and a good woman and try to snatch him up. But it's not that man is made for you. That man is meant to be a good man for someone else. Or that woman is meant to be a good woman for someone else. And this book brings that to light. Yeah, China was a bitch, but she was still a queen in Trey's eyes. And he treated her as such, and I have the most respect for him for doing that. Um, Let me go through the notes that I had taken for my book. Yeah, China was a gold digger. She didn't have any aspirations in life. All she cared about was what Trey can do for her. And then we had Aisha, which I hope I'm saying her name right. Aisha was the type of person like, I'm gonna help you build up your account. She was like, I'm gonna help upgrade you. You know, yeah, that was ages. Switch your necktie, that purple labels, upgrade you. But China wasn't about that life. China was sucking the blood out this man. So, and unfortunately, that's true when in life. Seriously, there's a lot of people. It's not just us women who end up with the wrong person who are toxic to us. Sometimes you women are toxic too. And that's what this book kind of chronicles. It chronicles that sometimes it's the woman that's toxic. And I can appreciate that because we need to bring that to the surface. We can't just keep walking around here thinking because we are women, we are black queens, we're entitled to a good man. If you're not a good woman, you're not entitled to have a good man. Okay, what else? What else did I take note? I took my notes, honey, because I loved Asia. Yeah. Asia was that ride or die chick. She was helping, she was coming through when Trey was having issues. Trey was having issues with China, and China was stepping out of line. It was Asia that was coming through, and she was like, well, we're going to get this together. I'm going to help you figure this out. And she is not going to get away with this. And so I have a new found respect for Asia. So yeah, China, she was an example. She was ratchet. I'm sorry. She was one of them females that was born to flex. She was born to flex, and she ain't got nothing to flex on because everything that she had was somebody else's. They provided her for that. They provided that for her. She wasn't having no flexing moments. She was just ratchet, you know. And it's so many times when I was reading this book, I was trying to whip her ass in my hair, but Trey kept stopping me. Trey stopped me each time that I went to whip her ass. And then, okay, so what else did I take note on? Okay, yeah, so this book was actually, it was a really good book. The story from beginning to end, the storyline was awesome. It added up, and like I said before, the only thing that I caught that I would tell the author is, to re-edit, edit and re-edit. When we write our books, sometimes we get tired, we get, exhausted with the story, and we just want it to be over with and just to finish it. But once you finish your story, you have to go back and you have to rewrite it and edit it. This author did. I can tell that she did her work. She put the work in. She put the work in, and this book flowed freely from beginning to end. Just a couple of editing things, but like I said again, it depends on where she's at in the world. Because depending on where she is geographically speaking, her language could be different. So the code switching is, it might be what I'm not really absorbing for the story, but everything else, the storyline, the grammatical errors does not take away from her story. There are some books that I've read and the grammatical errors took away from the story. I couldn't even connect with the story because there were so many errors and inconsistencies. This is not one of those books. I give it 4 stars because the story is well written. The story is well put together. The characters are well developed. I love how the author shed light on real life situations. She didn't just write a story out of imagination. She wrote a story according to what's going on in society. She wrote a story according to what she knew it was real. And it kind of shakes you up. Because if you're Asia, something in your head is saying, I'm sorry, did I say Asia? Am I saying Asia? I'm sorry, I meant China. The character's name is China. The antagonist, her name is China. If you're a China, please get your shit together. You're not going to get as far as Asia got in the story because Asia, she was that bitch. Really, she was. China wasn't. She thought she was, but Asia was really the upgrading kind of female who can bring to the table what she expects to be on the table when she gets there ready to eat. And I think I already said about the characters and how she developed her characters. The men are so well developed. She brought back to life men who are still gentlemen, still opening and closing doors, still making sure that you ate at the end of the day. They still making sure that you have what you need, that you are where you want to be at that time, at that place. If you're hungry, they're gonna feed you. If you're tired, they're gonna put you to sleep. I don't know about that. They might put you to sleep in different ways. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. You understand? And yeah, so the only part about this book that I disliked, which is good, was that China was a straight bitch. I wanted to beat China's ass. And I just know that if it were not for Trey, get in here and say, no. We have a plan for China. I would have whipped her ass in my head a long time ago. You understand? And so I'm going to give this book a 4-star rating. And I want to ask you guys, like, have you ever found yourself, like, have you ever been caught in a love triangle? And if so, why? Like, was it an accident? Did you know you were getting caught into this love triangle? And if you did, what were you thinking? Was it just because, oh, this man has all this money and he's, got this new gym, or he's got this new, this new car, so I'm going to benefit? Why would you allow yourself to be the other woman when you obviously see that this man's love for you has died? What was your experience like being the other woman? That's what I want to know, because that's what this book makes me think of. This book makes me think of the other woman and her struggles, even though you're a bitch. You're a straight bitch. Yeah, so, this book is again titled Success with the Wrong Queen. I even appreciate the title because even though this lady did so much stuff, her name is China, she did all this stuff to this character, Trey. And he still viewed her as a queen. And that's why the book is titled Success with the Wrong Queen. The book is titled Success with the Wrong Queen. The title in itself makes you think. The star of this book, Trey, obviously, though he realized that this woman, China, was not the one for him, he knew she was still a good woman, just not for him, just not the woman for him. So what happens to you if you realize this man is a good man and you say, okay, well, but I'm not ready to have kids? Do you let him go, find a woman that's going to be ready to have kids? Or do you hold him down and try to keep him in your pocket because he's such a good man, and you want to hold him back from meeting the woman that's willing to have his children, willing to help him boss up and build up his bank account? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, this book is definitely a good read. And once again, the author's name is Cassandra Dyer. I have compiled a list of my critique and error for this book. And I will do that for every book that I review. So if you decide to use those, it'll be a fee to use my edits. And that's only when you decide you want to use my edits. I will not send you my critique with the edits unless you let me know that you want to pay for them. But the book review itself is free. So, with that being said, I want to tell you guys I'm going to add the link to the book in the comment section, and I will really recommend this book to everybody who's into this book is not action packed, it's not drama packed, it's not packed with a whole lot of stuff to overwhelm you. It's a simple story that you will read and get through quickly and relate to without having to dig further, because it's such a simple story and it's such a real story that it captures your attention, and you'll get through the book before you know it, you're done. So again, one more time, the book is titled Success with the Wrong Queen, and I'm going to leave the link in the comment section. But I want you guys to comment and let me know, what do you think about, what are your experiences as being the other woman? How did you end up as the other woman? And what did you do about it? Thank you for tuning in. I have about I have about 11 books in my on my list waiting for review. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I probably won't start reading the book tonight, honey. I'm about to have me a couple of shots of tequila because I need a tequila because Cassandra Dyers has stressed me out with this bitch Asia and what happened to her in the end of the book because I really want to know, is she okay? I'm stressed out. I gotta have me a shot, honey. So I hope to talk to you guys soon or hear from you guys soon. Comment leave your thoughts in the comment section. And if you have a book that you want me to read and review, send your link to your book to socialmedium.com. I'm sorry, socialmediumpublications@gmail.com. The only catch is that your book has to be under a free promotion. I will not purchase a book unless I'm feeling good and I really want to. If I'm in a good mood, I'll purchase a book. But for right now, I just want to enjoy reading books. I'm not gonna purchase every book. I want to read some good stories. So if you have a good story and you want me to read it and give you my feedback, I leave a review for you on Amazon, and I come in here and do a video review on my channel, and I also share in groups. And I do whatever I can because I want to support you as a self-published author. My goal is to support you so that you can get where you want to be. You know, it's about networking. So again, if you have a book you want me to review, please leave your book in my email at socialmediumpublications@gmail.com. The book has to be under a free promotion, or I have to be able to access that book in some type of other way for free. And I'll read it. I'll read from the beginning to the end. I enjoy it. I love it. I love getting into good books. This is my passion. I'm not charging anything for this. It's all free. The only thing you will pay for is editing services. And with every review I do, I go through as I'm reading the book and I'm taking my notes. And when I catch an inconsistency or a grammatical error, I write down what page I caught it on. I write down the conflicting page that I caught it on. And I compile a document with the list of those errors. And if you want that list, you will pay for that list. Okay? But for your book review, everything else is free. So, I think I've held you guys long enough. I'm going to go finish my tequila. I do have a couple of shots left. I'm going to go over there because see Cassandra and this China stuff and all the stuff she done did in this book and where she's at now, I need to know what happened to this girl. Yes. Thank you for tuning in. Hope to hear from you soon. Mwah.